Hello, friends. This is Professor Googlom. On my channel, you mostly watch videos about the beautiful world around us. But today, it's a little different. What is it about? Keep watching to find out. Tired of burgers from KFC or Mac? No problem. Our African friends are ready to offer you a delicacy no worse steak made of mosquitoes? The thing is that there are so many of these flying bloodsuckers there that they fly in huge swarms, blocking visibility. And you can catch them with a simple sieve. That's what the locals do with success. And then, having caught enough subjects, they roast them, thus making something like steak. And if you can argue about the taste, but about the usefulness, hardly. Mosquitoes are a good source of protein. But not only small flying buggers can be used for frying. Skilled fishermen and experienced cooks will be happy to prepare a dish called houkartel. This, in case you didn't know, is the meat of a rotten shark. Given this characteristic, you should not expect a particularly pleasant flavor from this popular Icelandic dish. It smells like rotten cheese mixed with ammonia, only much worse. Tourists who dare to try the specialty delicacy are impressed not only by the smell, but also by the stunning taste. Houkartel has a specific bitterness, with which no other dish in the world can be compared. According to reviews, it is the most unappetizing food you can think of. But the people of Iceland think otherwise. Surströmming. If you watch a lot of our favorite YouTube, you just couldn't help but hear about this food. It's been used as a punishment for losing a challenge. And they did it for a reason. In front of you is canned sauerkraut Baltic herring, but don't confuse it with regular canned herring. During transportation and storage of these cans, they sometimes even explode due to the ongoing fermentation process of the fish in them. Recently, in a study, the Japanese found out that surströmming emits the most putrid odor of any food in the world. It is probably not for nothing that these canned fish are recommended to be eaten only outdoors. By the way, Swedes also like to eat it with boiled potatoes, tomatoes, raw onions or bread and butter. Surströmming can also be used to make sandwiches. Truth be told, I have never yet met a daredevil in my life who is ready to eat such a sandwich. But maybe with the right mood, I'd try some of this low-end canned food. With a nice cup of coffee. Like a Kopi Luwak. True connoisseurs of this drink should have recognized one of the most expensive coffee varieties in the world, the price of which exceeds $700 for 1 kilogram. This coffee is produced from coffee beans digested and excreted by small Malay palm martins living in Southeast Asia. Having left the animal's body, the beans are cleaned from feces, dried in the sun and roasted for further transportation and sale. As connoisseurs of this drink say, the special taste is given to it by the fact that the stomach juice of the animal removes some proteins from the grains, due to which they acquire additional bitterness and a specific flavor. That is why other types of beans are passed through the stomach of musongs, for example, for making elite coffee of the black tusk variety. But we will talk about it some other time. In the meantime, let's check out a dish called Huggies. And no, it's not baby diapers, as some of you might think. All you need to make this Scottish dish is a lamb. First, the heart, liver and lungs are taken out, and then these giblets are cooked in the stomach of the slaughtered animal for about 3 hours. Of course, haggis cannot be called handsome or king of elegance. Outwardly, the dish resembles a round stuffed sausage. But do not let stereotypes fool you. Haggis is incredibly delicious. Although by the description of the cooking process, and by its appearance you can't say so. But if you suddenly don't eat meat and unfortunately will never try this delicacy, here's another option for you. It's a yin-yang fish. Otherwise known as dead and alive fish. And yes, the name of the dish speaks for itself. I'll tell you right away, it's best for the faint of heart and the sensitive to stay away from the screen. Okay, I warned you. The whole secret of this delicacy lies in the fact that local chefs have figured out how to keep the fish alive and well fried at the same time. First, the chefs remove the scales so as not to damage the fish. Then they wrap the head of the live fish in a towel with ice cubes, and place the body in hot oil where they fry for a few minutes. Yeah, that looks really sadistic. When a few minutes have passed, the fish is taken out of the oil, placed on a plate and drizzled with sweet and sour sauce. As a result, the fish is alive on one side and not alive on the other. It was invented in Taiwan, and they quickly decided to ban it. And if you think that only yin yang could have been banned, you are sorely mistaken. There are other dishes in the world that have a brutal preparation, to say the least. One of them includes ikizakuri, a dish banned in Australia and Germany. First, the customer chooses an animal that they want to taste. Then the chef cuts the unfortunate creature alive right in front of the customer's eyes. Then it is all put on a plate with a still beating heart. Sometimes such a fish is returned to the aquarium, where it swims for just a few more seconds until it gives out its last breath, and then it is returned to the customer's plate. Yeah, I don't know how people got that idea. It's who you have to be to cook such a thing and to decide to try it. They'd better eat iguanak. This dish is prepared in summer, and the recipe is as follows. We take walrus. In principle, other marine mammals will do, but the classic version involves this animal. We cool the prey in water, cut and place the meat in a bag made of walrus or seal skin. We bury it on the surf line under the gravel, and then with a clear conscience we go home and wait patiently. You'll have to wait a couple months, by the way. When the moment comes, the meat is extracted and eaten. But keep in mind, when consuming agunak, any person, unless he has been eating it since childhood, will get the strongest poisoning, which in the absence of timely medical care can end in death. Rotten meat contains quite a large amount of corpse poison. It, among other substances formed during decomposition, is responsible for the unpleasant odor of the product, as well as toxic. Give us a like if you also thought that various disgusting and creepy dishes are made only of wild animals. Okay, well, let's not even say wild animals, but big ones. The ones with a lot of meat in them. Yeah, that's what I thought for a while. Until I found out about Think About It mouse wine. The funny thing is, this Korean drink is actually in demand back home. And that's despite the strange way it's made. It takes a newborn baby mouse and puts it in a bottle of rice wine. And the Asians have gone so far that they've even invented their own ritual. Its essence is that the mouse should be no more than 3 days old. So that it has not yet covered with fur or even opened its eyes. According to the Asians, it would then give all its life force to the wine. It's a real pain in the ass. So, after the mouse is corked, they keep it in a bottle with a drink for a little over a year. It is believed that this infusion is medicinal and cures many diseases, such as asthma and liver failure. Friends, don't hesitate to write comments under the video about what else you would like to learn. I will definitely fulfill your wish. Bye for now.